Today we are heading over to the Athabasca region to talk all things uranium with Nick Coltura, the Corporate Communications Manager for Skyharbour Resources. Nick, it's a pleasure to see you. How are you?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, Nick, Skyharbour continues to strengthen its position in the Athabasca region. You have added more hectares to your portfolio. Can you take me through what this land package now looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. So late last week, we put out a news release adding to our total land package in the Athabasca Basin through low-cost staking. So we added 40 additional uranium claims, now bolstering the project portfolio to over 662,000 hectares across 43 projects. So we're actually one of the largest landholders in the region, quite significant. Now, this isn't just necessarily about scale for us. We have a hybrid model here at Skyharbour, focus exploration at core projects, but ultimately vending out potential secondary assets as part of our prospect generator business. So this additional staking just really bolsters that and strengthens that component of our business. Ultimately, vending out these secondary properties to potential partner companies to advance them while we, again, stay focused at our two core projects of Russell and Moore Lake.
Now, Skyharbour has a bit of a unique approach, something that not all Australian investors are familiar with. You have a lot of projects in the Athabasca region, but I believe you follow the prospect generator model. Why is this?
Yeah, so we have a hybrid model here at Skyharbour, and the whole ideology of the prospect generator model is, we have such a large land package. It's great to have a lot of projects, but we just don't want those projects really just sitting collecting dust. We're active in finding several partners to actively advance these secondary assets. What will happen typically is we'll draw up an agreement. If the partner company is suitable, they'll typically pay us in cash and shares on an annual basis and also fund all the exploration at that asset. So for us, it allows us to stay focused at our core projects, these projects that are known to have high grade uranium mineralization, really the two projects that can give us the best shot at a discovery. Those are the two projects that we're very much focused on. But then again, this prospect generator business allows shareholders to get a lot of optionality and get exposure to multiple exploration and drilling programs simultaneously. So it allows for multiple shots on goal and a lot of optionality for our shareholders to find success.
Well, speaking of Moore Lake, that takes me to my next question. There's some high-grade hits that came out today from this project. Take me through these details, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did just announce drill results from our 2025 campaign at Moore Lake. Just a bit of a refresher, this is a very strategically located asset in the southeastern portion of the Athabasca Basin. Really been actively advancing it since acquiring it back in 2017. But we did carry out a substantial program in 2025 consisting of over 7,000 meters of drilling, primarily focused at the known zones of mineralization being the main Maverick and Maverick East zones. One of the notable intercepts that we found there was intercept of 11.7% U3O8 over 1.6 meters within a broader zone of mineralization. So very excited to continue seeing strong results out of Moore Lake. In addition to those known zones of mineralization that we've really continued drilling, we've also looked at exploring some additional regional targets that we've been looking at over last year. So one particular is the Nomad zone and the Esker zone. Again, we're seeing all the right indicator minerals, the right alterations in those areas. So we're going to be looking ahead into 2026, looking to be carrying out additional drilling and exploration within those regional targets and also expanding those known zones of mineralization at both the main Maverick and Maverick East zones.
Look, you've clearly started 2026 quite strong. What's in store for the year ahead?
Yeah, so we will have some news out in regards to additional drill plans. But speaking on Moore Lake, within that release, we highlighted plans of around 8 to 10,000 meters of additional drilling, fully funded, multi-phase drilling at the Moore Lake project. Again, we're going to be focusing on expanding known zones of mineralization again, and also to looking to continue advancing some of those other regional targets that we have at the property. Again, we think that there's a lot more meat left on the bone at this asset. And we're going to be doing this in conjunction with work at our Russell Lake project. Late last year, we struck a pretty monumental deal with Denison Mines to structure that property out into 4 separate joint venture agreements. So we do have plans to carry out additional drilling there, and news is forthcoming on the details and the budgets moving forward. And then quickly, just touching on some of our partner companies, our partners will be active in 2026 in addition to all the work that we're carrying out at our core projects.
Sounds like we should stand by for a lot more news to come. Listen, Nick, thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to the next update.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.